In this video, you will get an idea of how to make a pattern from a desired shirt style and turn it into a new summer look. For my shirt, I chose 3 different colored prints. So my first goal for this project was to take a shirt that I really like and make a pattern from it, and then create a new shirt using that pattern. And the first thing I wanted to do was draw it out and see how I wanted the color layout to be. Get an idea of how I want it to look using those 3 patterns, 3 colors. So it kind of looks like a jacket. It's a great, like over another shirt kind of look. So I think I'm just going to make it like a little jacket instead. No buttons down the front. So the sleeve is going to be kind of a pink floral pattern. I'm just going to do this really quick to get an idea to lay out the colors. The sleeve blue. And I don't want to make it too busy, so you saw the 3 colors that I'm using. They're not solids, so they're going to be kind of busy. Just going to mix them up so that we have something like that. I'll just keep these yellow. So that would be the front. The reason why I chose 3 colors was because I wanted to use my remnants up, and I just thought I'd be creative. So I'm going to make this sleeve blue. So that'll be like the back side. And then the back So this is the actual shirt that I made the pattern from. I like this shirt because it's very roomy. It has some darts on the sleeve, and it also has, well, I added actually a little bit more dart in this area for mine. I haven't created this little piece. I'm just going to improvise. I do like this. Anyway, this is the first time I've ever done made a pattern from an actual shirt. The other thing that I really like is this little loop here, and that's about it. So these are the pattern pieces that I traced off of the main shirt, and I'm not showing you exactly how to do that in this advanced sewing project, but maybe in a future one. One thing I do enjoy about this shirt is that it's 100% cotton and it's very flexible. So, but I don't have 100% cotton. I'm using like a broadcloth. It's cotton as well, but I think it's a blend. And I'm doing 3 pieces because I want to use up my material. So I'm using what I have. Let's get started. At center of back, so 1/4 seam allowance, right sides together. If you would like to add a loop to the back of your shirt, this is the stage where you would do that. The diagram to the right shows you how to make a loop. Pin the loop at center back as shown and incorporate it into the sewing and attachment of the yoke. Use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. With or without the loop, you want to sew right sides together, bottom yoke to top back, and stitch 1/4 to 1/2 inch seam allowance. Next, with right sides together, stitch both right and left top front shirt panels to the top of the yoke, 1/4 inch seam allowance. Pin sleeves top to right side bodice as shown. If you have incorporated darts into your shirt, sew the darts first and iron down flat. Then pin. Stitch shoulder right sides together, 1/4 inch seam allowance. With iron, press top sleeve and darts on right side of material. Stitch 1/4 inch on right side, securing darts and shoulder. I personally like to stitch all of the seams flat down 1/4 inch on the right side to give it more of a finished look. And here are the darts I stitched over as well. Here I'm going to stitch on the outer side of the opposite sleeve and darts. Because I was in a hurry, I was lazy and didn't iron, but you definitely should. Right sides together, match up sleeve and bodice at armpit. Stitch 1/4 inch seam line. Double stitch armpit and clip to seam line for give. Finish bottom of shirt by tucking over 1/4 inch and stitch 1/4 inch to finish. For this project, always use cotton setting for pressing. You can add buttons to the front of this shirt. I didn't, but if you choose to do so, you can place Paylon down the front of the shirt on both sides to get a better stiffness. I used a 2-inch strip and will fold it over and stitch it as well, which comes next. Fold the front shirt over 1 inch, wrong side to wrong side, and stitch 1/4 inch down the front of your shirt. Proceed to do the other side in the same way. This is what the base should look like, kind of a finished edge. You can stitch it at the bottom 1/4 inch as well. After sewing 1/4 inch on the side, I also did a 1 inch in, doing both the same exact way. Now for the collar. Stitch 1/4 inch down the side and top part of the collar. Leave the base of the collar open. And I'm going to lift this and turn it. One more stitch to get to the quarter. Down. Lift the back, turn, continue. Because I think the collar is probably one of the hardest parts of the shirt, I am including a diagram for a closer look into how you assemble the collar. Okay, so lift the pressure foot again, come down to this edge along the seam line, and continue till you go off the collar. Okay, I'm going to trim off the tip, and you flip it and iron it flat. I'm just showing you one side, but you do both sides and all the way down. Clipping allows the material to give way when you flip it inside out. Careful not to cut too close to the sewn edge. Turn collar right side out and press to get an even look. This is one side. That's the other. If you want, you can put the palon inside of it as well. I had forgot to do it, but then I added it later. As a side note, I had to redo this collar because it was a little bit too short or small, so I actually redid it. Here is a convenient diagram of sewing the collar to the neck of the bodice. First, iron the pelon to wrong side of the collar. This will be the base of the collar. Next, with right sides together, stitch 1/4 inch around the sides and the top of the collar. Trim the edges and the collar points. Turn the collar right side out, press, and stitch 1/4 inch around the sides and the top for a finished look. And this is the tricky part. So you are going to take the palon base side of the collar, that right side, and attach it to the right side of the neck of the bodice, which is the shirt. Then carefully flip it over to sew. This is the inside of the shirt, showing where we are going to sew across the bodice neckline. The dark blue indicates the top side of the collar, which we do not want to sew as of yet. And this is where we take the top side of the collar and flip over 1/4 inch and either hand stitch or stitch across with the sewing machine. And that is our finished collar. So I just wanted to show you that I did do the collar over, and the other collar was actually a little too busy, so I think this looks better. Comment and let me know which collar you prefer, the first one or the second one. And now we're on to sewing the sleeve to the cuff. My pattern size for the cuff was 10 by 7 inches. Iron pelon 10 by 7 inches to the wrong side of the material. Fold the ends over 1/4 inch and press. Fold the cuff wrong sides together on the fold line shown, leaving 1/2 inch of the wrong side revealed. We will use this 1/2 inch later to finish the cuff. Press on the fold and stitch around the cuff 1/4 inch as shown. Make the second cuff and set both aside. In the center back of the sleeve, cut a 2-inch vertical and 1-inch perpendicular line to create an opening in the sleeve, like a little barn door. The second part of this diagram shows the sleeve finish. We are going to cut 2 pieces 3/4 inch by 3 inches. Fold down the corners and press to give it a rounder look. Put the right sides together and stitch only on one side as shown. Turn right side out again and press. We're keeping the other side open. The next part has 2 steps to it. Part A, take the sleeve finish piece and open it, sandwiching it over the sleeve like shown. Match up and pin both sides and stitch on the top side of the finishing piece. For part B, roll the fold 1/4 inch and make a finished stitch. Attach the cuff to the arm and do it like you would the collar previously that I showed you. And of course the button opening is going to be where A and B come together. This particular pattern, I only used 1 button, but if you want to put 2 buttons on there, you could even do that. So I'm trying to show you how the finished piece looks, and I apologize if I don't go into detail about putting on the cuffs, but it's pretty much like the collar. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and give us a thumbs up if you're into that.